Well, hello. How are you? My name is Tracy, and I help Black women embrace financial independence and financial literacy, regardless of relationship status. So, how are you? Thanks for chiming in or hitting on my channel. Um, so, if that's something that sounds good to you, please go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. This is going to be a very short video. Like I said, I am here to help Black women embrace financial independence for the purpose of creating the life that they truly, or that we truly deserve. So today, I do want to talk about something that's maybe a little uncomfortable, but I want to talk about financial abuse, which is one of the main reasons why I believe we as Black women have to be financially independent. If you look at my original video, this has been a while ago, I talk about some of the stats that impact us as Black women, especially going into retirement and that kind of thing. So please take a look at it when you get an opportunity. But again, today I just want to talk about financial abuse. I want to talk about 5 signs that you may be potentially experiencing financial abuse. So I'm going to be looking down because I have some notes. So the first thing I'm going to mention is that if you do not have your own banking account, okay, meaning you have a shared banking account with your partner and your name is on it, but you don't have an individual account, okay? So in situations like this, you may feel like, oh, we're all together or what have you. But if a situation goes down where, say, there's conflict in the relationship and, either partner can just take everything. I've had experiences. I know all about that. So you just want to have something that is just your own. Okay. It's okay to have a joint account, but the first thing is you want to make sure you have just your own. So if your partner is insisting that you just have joint, just one big pool of money, respectfully decline and say, there's nothing wrong with you both having your own. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second sign that you may be experiencing either financial control or financial abuse is if you have a job, you bring in income, but you don't have access to that income. Meaning, once again, all that money is pooled together, but you have to get an allowance, so to speak, from the money that you actually help bring in. So the money is kind of controlled in that, it may fall under the auspices of, I'll just give you money for groceries, I'll give you money for, the things that you might want. But the reality is, if you are, earning an income, you should have full access to your money, okay? The money you earned. You don't need anyone to dole it out. We're all adults here. The third possible potential sign that you might be experiencing financial abuse is you don't have any credit in your name. So you don't own a credit card. You may be on your partner's credit card as an authorized user, but what this does is it allows your partner to benefit from all the benefits related to the credit card. So he or she is building a credit history, whereas you're not, even though you're an authorized user. So if something were to go down and the relationship no longer worked, you would need to have some credit history, right? In case, you needed to borrow money, you needed to buy a car, whatever. Okay, so if you do not have your own credit card or credit in your name, that could be a sign. Okay, I think that's 3. 2 more. The fourth one is, say you have a partner who is adamant about you not working. Say you met and you both were working and that partner insists, oh, you no longer need to work. I'll take care of you. Even if you have kids, small children, I get that. And I get that as a woman wanting to stay home with your kids. And I'll tell you guys more about my life as it goes through. There's a reason why I'm doing these videos, because I've experienced most of the things that I'm talking about. But if you decide to stay home, it impacts you a lot of different ways, right? So you don't have any money of your own, and so you're under the full control of another person. And when it comes to resources, the reality is, you need resources to live. So if you upset this person and all of a sudden this person no longer is okay with you, they can just pull the rug, right? And then you are stuck. It also puts you in a very vulnerable position as a woman to not be able to move as you need to. Okay. And so, I want you to think about that. It has a few impacts. That is one of them. The other one is, what would your life look like if that person made a decision for him or herself, and now you don't have a job and you don't have resources? Where does that put you, okay, as a woman, right? And then the last thing I will say about how you might be experiencing financial control or abuse is, once you are in a relationship and literally you can't do anything without that other person, meaning you can't make any financial decisions on your own autonomously, but that person can. That's a problem. Okay, so those are just some of the things I'd like you guys to consider. I'm not saying that they are all, like having joint accounts is bad, or, all the things. The purpose of my channel is just to make sure that you are protecting yourself as a woman, and you're making sure that you have the knowledge and the literacy you need so that you take care of yourself and your loved ones, right? So that is all I have for today. My goal is to upload once a week and just talk about different financial things. Bear with me, it's a new channel, but I am on my own personal financial journey, and I'll share some things as we go along about how I got here. But I hope you guys will will join the journey with me, building your wealth. This is my channel, Tracy Builds Wealth. I am building a new life, a new wealth, and I would love you guys to come along with me. So thank you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.